Hello and a very warm welcome. In today's video we're going to talk Williams. The historic Williams, but no more. They're literally just a team that make up the numbers with mediocre driver lineups and no ambition to win. Williams simply are just an F1 team at the minute that are lucky enough to be on the grid. Frank Williams would be turning in his grave of what's happening at Williams. Been irrelevant since 2012, their last win. 1997, driver's title. Coming up to 30 years since a driver's title. And look at the lineup. The lineup is not good enough for Williams, F1. Williams, James Vowles, he talks a good game, but in reality, his ambitions don't match what he's talking. He really does talk a good game. But the reality is, Williams are yet to score. It's terrible. 6 rounds down, 0 points, highest finish of 11th. It's not good enough. And yeah, at the minute, Williams don't have any standards. They really don't. They've gone backwards this season. I said in my preview, underachievers of the season, Williams F1. They made a mistake last year retaining Logan Sargeant. Logan Sargeant would have been out. Any other big team, ambitions to get back to the front, they would have sacked him. And they will end up sacking him later on in the season, instead of just admitting they made a mistake and sack him now. Rumour has it he was going to be out for Imola, Antonelli in. That has been squashed by Vowles, but like I say, he talks a good game, but in reality, I mean, it's all talk. You're not seeing the results on track. It's poor by Williams, it really is. And look at the drivers they've had recently. For a team like Williams, the greats have drove for this team. Senna, Prost, Mansell, and now they're hiring, like, recently, Sorokin, Lance Stroll, all these nonsense, just paid drivers who are not good enough. Best driver they've had recently, Williams, George Russell. Latifi, rubbish. Now they've got Sargeant, who will pay the price with his drive. And look, earlier in the season, Australia, what a shit show. The great Williams, historic drivers have drove for this great team, titles in 96 and 97. And Australia, Albon crashes the car. Logan Sargeant gets kicked out. Albon gets rewarded to drive the car. No spare chassis. It's a nonsense. 2024, F1 teams, they should be, fine, tickety-boo. But Williams not to have a spare chassis in modern day F1 is embarrassing. And it shows with their performance on track. 0 points, yet to score. What are they even doing it for at this point? Sauber and Williams are the only teams yet to score. Even the likes of Alpine and Haas are scoring more regularly than the great Williams. It's not good enough. I think it's a bit too nice again. You have the drivers of pally best mates, tickle, oh yeah, give me a hug, Charles, give me a hug, George. No. Just soft mentality. Williams need to get their act together. They need to get some upgrades into this car because it's been a shit show at the minute. The team make up the numbers, no ambition to win. If they had ambition to win, they would sack Sargeant. And Vowles needs to stop talking and deliver. He's annoying me as James Vowles because he talks a good game, but in reality, we're not seeing the results. F1 is a results business. It's not about being best friends with everyone. And no one's going to remember Williams. If you're a modern day F1 fan who's just come into the sport, you'd be like, really? Williams were actually the dog's bollocks back in the day? They wouldn't believe you. Comment down below your thoughts on Williams. They need to get their act together. some kick up the arses and standards, because their standards are non-existent. 0 points. They need to get their act together and get some points on the board. They were great last season, 7th in the Constructors. The rate they'll go in, they'll be last in the Constructors this season. Rubbish. Drivers, team principal, team, rubbish.